The Depot in Manchester is an example of true intergenerational urban regeneration. Once a bus depot, it is now a thriving neighbourhood with more than 300 homes, from extra care housing to market apartments to detached family houses. I'm Julia Hatmaker, editor of Place Northwest, and today I'm on site at the Depot in Whalley Range. Join me as we learn more about this exciting housing development and hear from those who helped make it happen. So, can you tell me a little bit about the Depot?
Yeah. Well, we've been working with our partners MSV in Mosscare for over 30 years, and in that time we've delivered, a considerable amount of regeneration projects, but nothing on the scale of this. This is a real fantastic opportunity. We took it, we grabbed it with both hands. We had the opportunity to deliver a 5-acre scheme on this site. And as you can imagine, when you do that, you can deliver a transformational development. Why do we call it transformational? I think, firstly, the amount of property that we could deliver on here, over 300 properties, was a real opportunity to deliver something different. And we've done that through the different typologies, the different house types that we've delivered. And we've also delivered different tenures. And because we've been working in Mosscare for so long, we feel we've given something back to the community. Not only have we given them what they need in terms of, the types of houses, but we've also given them a range of options when it comes to tenure.
One of the things I love is just looking behind us, you can see that people have really made this their home. This isn't cold, it's warm, and it's got, it's dynamic. So tell me a bit about what's behind us.
Yeah, so this was one of the first projects we delivered here. This is an extra care project, so it's for later living. People may have some needs. They don't have to have any specific needs, but if they do, then they can be catered for within this project, working with the social care agencies, such as the City Council.
The Depot includes more than 140 affordable homes, which are managed by MSV Housing. I spoke with MSV's Charlie Norman to learn more about this aspect of the Depot. Can you tell us a little bit about this development?
From the concept to delivery, it's about 4 years on site. During the pandemic, we've had a massive turnover of issues politically, economically, been very challenging. We had to move people into the extra care scheme during the pandemic, which was really hard. And obviously Rise Homes and Rowlinsons have built out on the scheme as well. And for me, it's a truly intergenerational and urban redevelopment, and it's just fantastic regeneration scheme, and it's won awards quite rightly. I think it's just been brilliantly handled, and it's just a really great use of a brownfield site that's got real history and is a really important site in this area and on the border with Mosscare and Whalley Range. So really, really proud to have been involved in it from start to finish, and it's been wonderful to see everybody move into their new homes as a result of the development.
Now, you mentioned before that this is true intergenerational urban regeneration.
It's fantastic.
Can you just explain to me a little bit about why that is something we should be shooting for?
Well, I just think it's so important that there are homes available to everybody through the whole course of their life. So, for housing associations in particular, if I think about, we converted Great Western Street, which was our old office, for people who are 17 and care experienced and have got the first time home. And could move into one of our rented homes in this area. We're a community anchor organisation in this area. Eventually buy a shared ownership property, staircase out, own their own property. You could move into Beau's house here when you're over 55 and you need somewhere that's a bit more sort of retirement friendly and could age with you and with your health and well-being. And then if you do need it, you could move into the extra care scheme and have the care and support that you need and health and well-being that you need in later life. So and that whole life course thing is really important. And it's also really important to make best use of all of these sites that we've got in areas where we work and where we're anchored. So I just think it's really important that people have got choices, and there are gaps that I think we fill in here, particularly for later living, but also family-friendly living, and people who aspire to have a shared ownership home and to own their own home. So it's a bit of something for everybody, and I think we've really encompassed that, and it's come to life on this one site in particular, so really proud of it.
Rise Homes has delivered the market housing at the Depot, a mixture of 1- and 2-bedroom apartments. Rise's Nigel Rawlings gave me a mini tour. So we talked a little bit before when we were off camera about sustainability in the project, and you mentioned there's a few initiatives you guys have undertaken.
Yes, so the buildings here, including our buildings, incorporate zinc roofs, lots of PV panels, mechanical ventilation with heat recovery. The zinc roofs are quite interesting because zinc is a recyclable material. It probably will last longer, hopefully, than traditional roofing materials like slates or tiles.
One of the things I love about this project is the mix of tenures that we have going on. You know, you have affordable housing, we've got market housing. How important was it for you to kind of help build up that sense of a mixed tenure community?
Yeah, well, we're certainly a piece of that jigsaw. I mean, it is an excellent example of a mixed demographic, mixed tenure, mixed house type development. And our part of that being open market rental is a key piece of that jigsaw. We're really pleased with the results here, not just the quality of the product, but in 2019, when the first building was completed, that was one of our buildings. This was still very much a construction site. As I said earlier, we're in the heart of Mosscare. And yet we filled each one of these buildings very quickly after each one completed, which is a fantastic result. And I think it's by reference to the quality of the product, but also we're marketing apartments here that are probably 10, 15, maybe 20% larger than the average apartment a mile up the road in the city centre at rents that are something like 20% lower. So it's quite affordable with a little a to people on, normal average working wages.
After talking with Charlie and Nigel, it was time to return to David. So we've come down now to street level, and now we're surrounded by some of the housing offering that you guys have here.
Yeah, so this is an example of the housing that we delivered. So you can see it's larger family housing. Yeah. We've got some detached 4-bed properties, but townhouse development, but very large 3-beds because that's what the community demanded, really. But as you can see, what we've tried to do is continue the street scene as we come through from there. So what we feel like we've been doing here is repairing the urban fabric once we've taken away the old bus and tram depot. And what that does, it creates a real challenge because the standards we build to these days are much different to when we built those original terraces. So what we've tried to do is engineer a situation where we can get an attractive street scene in, which works not just for the new properties, but allows this connectivity between the two communities.
From bus depot to thriving neighborhood, it's really exciting to see how far this brownfield site has come. If you want to know more about what's going on in the built environment in the Northwest, check out placenorthwest.co.uk and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a video.